Kenobi's corner, Kenobi's corner, Kenobi's corner. Test, 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 test.
Test.
I don't like it. I already don't like it.
Those gummy bears make my back breath smell fruity. Like my breath that's bouncing off the pop thing, the pop filter.
Your back breath.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That was amazing.
I was like, woo. It smells like a fruit stripe gum, which was terrible. It had like one good chew, dude. And then turned into like gray mush.
That stuff was really nasty.
Like just the nastiest stuff.
I don't know how you could stand that.
Well, only for one chew, and that was it.
You throw it out. Done.
Comfortable, hair behind the ears, we're okay. Right on. All right, hello, welcome to Kenobi's Corner. My name is Eric. With me as always is John.
Jonathan,
that's right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, you said I can call you John before, so I'm abusing it as much as I can.
I should have never said it.
I know. I feel like we missed the opportunity. Both of our last names start with T. We definitely should have just gone JT and ET because that's super easy. Easy,
simple,
easy, breezy, beautiful.
Cover girl?
Yeah, there you go. Nailed it, man. Enough about makeup. We're here to talk to you about movies, comic books, sci-fi, fantasy, video games, and everything we find interesting in between. Mm-hmm. So welcome back, friends. Hope your week is going well, because ours has been going fantastical.
Fantastical?
You damn right.
Did we have some fantasy stuff happen?
Kindish. We didn't recover so much of the Sunday news for Comic-Con, so we're going to cover some of that today.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that's been coming out this week about Marvel. I think this is Marvel heavy. So I do apologize for any DC fans. There's a couple DC stories, one of which I didn't put in there, but you'll see that here soon, John. But yeah. I'd say let's kick it with the tasty groove. Let's get right into it, man.
Yeah.
Right on, man. So this week.
Yes.
Don't give me those freaking eyebrows. So we're recording late today because we decided to play a few rounds of Star Wars Destiny.
Yes.
And I think I've been bitten by the bug.
Dude.
Because it is super fun to play. You know what? I really haven't played any card games. I think the last card game that I tried to play was Magic back in high school. And I know there's a bunch of Magic the Gathering fans out there. And so, which isn't terrible by any means. But I don't know why, man. I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
I had a few decks. But I know some people out there that had many, many decks.
Yeah.
Many, many cases of decks.
Yeah.
And shoeboxes upon shoeboxes of cards.
I know people that we work with now that have like a huge box of like cards.
Oh, yeah.
They still like mess with till this day.
Oh, for sure.
And they're older than I am. So.
Yeah.
But,
man, like I can definitely see the draw, man, because you get into it and when you're just trying to figure it out, and you know it's really, really interesting, and just trying to beat your friends at dumbness. So I'm excited about it. Like I'm excited to start playing a little bit more. Maybe I'll get the full swing of it, but
Dude,
yeah,
it's been a super fun game. Like Brandy, my wife, actually plays with me, so and she's not normally one for board games. So I don't say it like in a bad way, like, oh, even she would play. Like it's more just because she doesn't play any board games ever. Like I've bought board games before because she's like, yeah, I would play that one, and then we never ever play. So she's actually played a few rounds with me. I've bought a bunch of decks. I bought a bunch of boosters for it. So I don't know. I've been enjoying it a lot. I've sank a lot of money into it. You don't necessarily have to sink a lot of money into it. Really, you could get just the starter decks, and I know I'm kind of just pitching this game at this point, but I think it's awesome. I think it's a lot of fun to play. So we started off with just the 2 starter decks, and then we bought a couple of booster packs. But the starter decks are basically meant to be played against each other. So if you have a starter deck, 1 hero, 1 villain, 2 heroes, 2 villains, whatever, however you want to do it to get 2 of them, you can basically just start off with those playing against the other opponent because those starter decks are meant to be combative against each other.
Oh, right on.
But as soon as you start customizing, then is when you get into trouble because the more booster packs you buy, the higher chance at rare cards you have, and then those rare cards are the ones that are going to be a little bit more powerful.
Those legendary ones you were talking about.
Yes, the ones with a little purple number at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are ridiculous.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, they're really cool. And I like playing. I haven't sunk as much money into it as I know other people have. So my decks aren't great, but I feel since I've built like 4 or 5 decks out from the stuff that I've bought, like they're play very well against each other. So like still like me and my wife when we play are still pretty evenly matched. So and I mean it works. So if you have a lot of decks that are really, really good, if you're balancing them out properly, they'll play nice against each other. So it just depends. If you're going up against somebody who spent a crap ton of money, you're probably not going to win. But it's still pretty fun.
I know.
Like even that.
You had like
and
2
you always
dice
have a chance
compared to the 12 dice that Cody had.
Yeah, it gets ridiculous. But I mean, there's still a chance. Like there's always a chance because sometimes you will get. I mean, it's just luck of the draw, you know. So but it's really cool.
There's a chance.
There is a chance.
Right on.
Yes.
Well, right on, dude. I'm excited to continue playing with y'all. So hopefully, maybe I'll buy a booster pack here soon. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But let's get back into it, man. A lot of things happened, like we said last week at Comic-Con. So one of those things was the Ragnarok trailer, and which was amazing.
Yeah.
I liked it. I was in it already. Like, they could have just showed like a stick figure outline of what was going to happen or storyboard, and I would have been okay with it because I knew I was already going to see this movie. But they came out with a little bit more details. They interviewed Taika Waititi, the director, and he kind of confirmed that it's going to be a really short movie. Actually, only about 100-minute runtime, man.
Really, that's insane.
Yeah, that's super short compared to like the 2.5, 3-hour cinematic adventures that we're used to coming out of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
What do you think, man?
I kind of like that, though, man, because there's been a lot of movies that lately have just been super long for almost no reason.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about you, Christopher Nolan, and your damn Batman movies that all run like 2.5 hours, which should be like an hour and a half. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I really, really wouldn't mind that. I don't feel like I'm getting cheated out of any money that, you know, I'm paying to go see this movie. If it's good content and it just runs the amount of, or just runs the course of what the movie story is going to be.
Yeah, and I think that's probably the point of basically what he was saying is that, you know, hey, I have a specific story in mind. I'm going to hit the beats that I want to hit, and then that's it. But he said he's going to have a lot of extra features, a lot of deleted scenes, a lot of of the comic aspects, which is amazing because they do comedy really well.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see that and the bonus features.
Heck yeah.
So that should be good. Pretty jazzed about it.
Yeah, dude, I'm super excited. I like everybody that's involved, man. I don't think there's any problem with any of those people that I have. Sometimes I'm like, oh, no, this person's not a good person to be involved with it, or they're going to do this particular thing that I already know is going to happen. But everybody here is just freaking cool, man. Yeah. Have you watched Hunt for the Wilder People yet?
I have not since the last time we spoke. But I thought it was funny that they even mentioned that the Team Thor little side stories and stuff, and that stuff with Daryl, that's not canon. Yeah. So they were just like, you know, it was fun to do, but, you know, it was just fun. Yeah. It was just for funsies, guys. But yeah, excited. Coming out in November. We're going to watch it as soon as tickets are available. Well, we can't watch it when tickets are available. We're going to purchase tickets to go watch it as soon as possible.
Yes.
So that's exciting.
That is exciting.
Dude, let's keep this train rolling.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel, man. Getting some images of that. There are some few artist renditions that came out during Comic-Con, and we got a little bit of backstory from Kevin Feige as well. He said it's going to be set in the 90s, which is kind of crazy because there's another movie coming out very soon that's going to be set in the 90s. That's also a Marvel property, which is X-Men Dark Phoenix. So what do you think about these two features, man, going toe-to-toe in the 90s?
Toe-to-toe?
Well, it's really not toe-to-toe. I really don't put them on the same platform. It's just like...
Yeah, you really can't.
Not face-to-face, maybe face-to-toe, because I hold Marvel's regard in their movie selections a little bit higher than Fox's. At least with X-Men Dark Phoenix. So, I don't know. I already think that, you know, who's going to show the 90s better? Well, okay. If we put it in that perspective, let's think about the last time they went toe to toe for a specific reason. And the way I'm posing it is this: Quicksilver.
Okay.
Who did Quicksilver better, Fox or Marvel? Sucks. I know.
That's tough.
Yeah, I know. Because I really like that guy that played Quicksilver in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
But I didn't like him as a character. Like, I think
it's just because he was underutilized.
Yeah.
Like, he was there basically to be cannon fodder.
Yep.
You know, and they didn't expand on his
Spoiler
story.
alert. Shit,
I'm
man.
sorry, dude. You should have watched that movie like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if it was out 4 years ago. It was probably like more like 3 years ago.
That's a good guess, though, but it's probably 2.
Yeah, whatever. It happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I just think that if you would have been given a bigger role, like if you would have been left in the universe, then I might say I might like that one a little bit more, just because like their family history in the Marvel side, like in the actual Marvel comics, is just so crazy, dude. And it's a lot about they're kind of like one of the royal families.
Yeah.
Like when you really look at it, there's like this hierarchy of people who really think they're a little bit more than what they're supposed to be. And I think one of those is like the family of Magneto. And granted, they've gone and said that now it's not technically his kids.
Yeah.
But they've grown up in it still. Like, and in the comics, even then, even if they're not, they still are part of that family. You know, even if he's just an adoptive father. Dude, I liked a little bit more of what they were doing with that. And I mean, on the Fox side, he was very fun. Now, I think it would have been better if it would have been just based on the first movie. Because by the time I got around to the second movie with him, it felt like just a lot of the same stuff rehashed from the first one. Like there was nothing new or original or different about him. It was just like the exact same character thrown in a different and new situation. So yeah, I mean, if you're just comparing 1-to-1 movie, I think Fox has one up on it.
I think so too. So we'll see what happens. You know, it's. I think I'm excited just to see everything that is coming out of the Captain Marvel story. It's going to be an origin story. Nick Fury is going to be in it as well, as kind of like.
Can we get Nick Cage instead?
Yeah, that would be amazing. Him just signing autographs and punching people's heads off.
That'd be awesome. Popping out of weird places.
Yeah. To my biggest fans. Yeah, and he's also going to have 2 eyes as well, man. Nick Fury. So prior to him losing that eye, he's definitely going to be coming in there. So, I mean, that'd be kind of cool to see. Maybe they'll show that part of his story of how he loses it.
I'm sure they'll go and touch on it.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Ugh, rough.
They've surprised me with other things, but who knows? Who knows? But yeah,
So
dude, I'm
we'll
super excited. I'm super excited for that movie overall because I really like the character.
Yeah.
Like Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, like the whole story arc from top to bottom. Like,
I wonder if it's going to go super cosmic right out of the gate, you know?
I could see them building up to it.
Yeah.
And that would be appropriate, man. Like, they're doing a lot of stuff that's getting further and further away from just being Earth-based. So,
yeah.
Well, I mean, I love that.
Yeah, because we're going to get Infinity War before we get...
oh, yeah, we are. I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, so we're going to get... up next is what? Ragnarok, and then... Black Panther. And then
Infinity War?
Infinity War.
Holy crap, it's so close.
Yeah. And
it felt like we were never going to see this.
No kidding, right?
Yeah.
And then it should be... I think it's Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah.
And then Miss Marvel in February of next year. Does that sound right? Or is it
Miss
after?
Marvel is
no.
It is 2019, but
I think we get her
March 2019.
March, and then we get Avengers 2, right?
And then we get another Avengers,
Yeah.
The completion of that.
Yeah, so crazy.
Whatever Infinity War is going to be. Technically, it's Avengers number 4, but...
Yeah. I don't know. I also saw something that's saying that she's not going to be in Infinity War Part 1.
That might be the case.
So if they don't have her there, they'll have her intro story and then her, and then they'll probably bring her in Harden too.
I don't know, dude. I almost feel like she would show up at the end of
2.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
3.
Or yeah.
Yeah, I would feel like she'd be at the end of Infinity War, and then because you can then easily transition into like, oh, she just showed up, but who is this person?
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
So
yeah, I can dig that.
I really think that's what's going to happen, and that's why they cast her so much further. So much further in advance than they cast anybody else. You know, like otherwise, why would they do that? Like they haven't even announced like half of anybody else for the movie, for a Captain Marvel solo movie. So
that's true. Well, I really dig Brie Larson. I think she's going to do a great job. I'm hoping that.
Have you watched King Kong yet?
Yes.
You did. You watched it when it was in the theater.
Yes.
Okay. Cool, because it just came out on digital not too long ago. I think this week is out on Blu-ray and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, awesome! You watched it again?
Yep.
I love the role she did in there.
Yeah,
like it's not crazy big or anything super insane, but it was a good role. Like it was a fun thing. Yeah. Oh, they definitely could have had her.
Yeah, she was just easily snapping random pictures, just eye candy, pretty much.
Yeah.
And
that's pretty much yes.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I think they would have, if they'd gone a step further and just had her constantly getting sprayed down, it would have been over the top.
That would have been way over the top. I'm sure.
Like, okay, guys, come on.
Yeah. Yep. But I don't know. I thought she did a good job. And I wish they would have given her a bigger role, but I'm excited for her to do something bigger like this. So, man, let's move along.
Yeah. So, in his reports with Kevin Feige also talking about some of the reshoots that Thor Ragnarok's going to be going through. He also talks about getting Michelle Pfeiffer playing the original Wasp in Ant-Man and Wasp. What do you think about that, man?
Dude, I think that's pretty cool.
Dude, I really dig them getting like these great actors from the 90s also to play in these huge roles. Like, Michelle Pfeiffer was amazing. I think her Catwoman was probably like the iconic Catwoman. Yeah. That they should base all the things off of. All the things.
Everything.
All the things. But then also them getting Marissa Tomei to play Aunt May.
Yeah.
So I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, dude. And it's kind of crazy, man, because they're getting a lot of like bigger name actors to do this stuff. I mean, even as far as to me getting Michael Keaton, like, and granted it wasn't full on like Marvel, but I think they had a big hand in some of the casting, because I think they were the ones who did the bigger part for Tom Holland.
Yeah.
And getting Michael Keaton to do the Vulture, like, that was freaking cool already, dude. And then I'm down Michelle Pfeiffer like coming in and doing this. Like, I haven't really seen her in a whole lot. Maybe she's just doing movies that I don't really pay attention to and that aren't in our wheelhouse. So
yeah, mostly not in our wheelhouse, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've ever seen her in a comic or sci-fi adventure
besides Batman.
That's true. Well, since Batman, I should say.
Yeah. But I mean, even then, I don't know. Maybe just I've been looking at completely the wrong stuff, because I watch a lot of stuff that isn't necessarily in our wheelhouse that we do for this podcast. But I mean, I just like movies in general, and I really haven't seen her in a whole lot. So it's cool. Like, one, to see her back in again, and then to do this role, like, I think it'd be freaking cool, dude. That'd be awesome. It'd be cool to see them play off of each other there. In that part of it, but I'm super excited about Ant-Man and Wasp. Yeah. Like, I think that would be really freaking cool, man.
Yeah, well, let's see how that goes, and they'll probably have a de-aged. What's his name? You know his name?
I don't know his name.
Older guy, Richard Greco. No, that's not his name.
No. Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas, you bastard.
I knew it was in there somewhere. It was rattling around for a little bit, but I got it.
Cool.
Finally locked it down.
Locked it, got it, booted it.
Dude, I'm just super excited. I'm excited about
you
young
don't even
guy.
know. Can we name people? Damn it! How the hell do we have
those gummy bears like we had before?
What's in those gummy bears? They're vodka in those gummy bears. They are delicious. Paul Rudd.
Yeah. Excited about Paul Rudd. Excited about Evangeline Lilly. Like, I think they played super well off of each other for the first one.
Oh my god! If I could have one movie that I watch Evangelina Lilly in where she's not crying, I'd be really, really happy.
Why?
Every single episode of Lost, she cried. Every single episode.
It could not have been every single episode.
It was, and I watched it twice.
Make a supercut then.
Oh my!
I would love to see this.
Hold on.
Don't you dare! No, don't put it up right now.
No. Wait. I'm gonna find it, and if I can find it a supercut, I'm doing it.
It's cool. Supercut.
Evangeline
Lilly crying. Lost.
Evangelina.
You just need those key words in there. Nothing.
Okay, it's a thing,
right? I believe,
but
I totally
get one of
you.
Claire Danes' cry face, which is terrible. But damn it, okay, it's a thing. It's out there somewhere.
Okay,
if I find it, I'll post it. If not, then tough.
Yeah, just
I'm just gonna post a picture.
Put it on a description if you find it.
Okay, if I will.
All
right. So next,
anyway.
So another thing that they released was the Avengers Infinity War trailer. Again, only to those lucky enough to be in Hall H. It leaked a little bit, that there was some leakage, But
there was some leakage. Yes.
There was some leakage, but it wasn't. Not everybody got a chance to see it, and a lot of places took it down pretty quickly. But yeah, they did release a pretty high res photo though of the Infinity War.
It's a poster.
Poster. I'm sorry. Of the Infinity War movie. And what'd you think, man? It has everyone. It has all the people.
Yeah.
Iron Suit Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Thor, Hulk, Doctor Strange, a blonde Black Widow.
Yes.
A very scruffy Nomad, or also previously known as Captain America. Do they have Winter Soldier on there?
Yeah. He's up in the upper right corner.
The winterest of all soldiers.
The winterest of all soldiers.
Oh, man, just seeing this stuff I can't believe it's so close. Like, it feels like the culmination of 10 years is coming to, like, an end, of these movies and just everything kind of coming together. It's just super exciting, man.
Yeah, dude. This poster is freaking cool, though, man.
Yeah.
Just because everybody, like, it's almost like they segmented it out also. Mm-hmm. Like, kind of like different teams and sub-teams you could have. And
yeah.
It seems like it all fits, too, man. Like, that would be
Thor,
perfect.
Loki with the Guardians.
Yeah.
It's weird. And they show them in different colors, too, which is like all the different colors of the Infinity Stones. So if we look at it right, like the Cosmic Gem is with Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor and Loki. Is this the Soul Gem? With
Vision.
With Vision and Falcon, Nomad, and blonde Black Widow and Scarlet Witch.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm assuming the Time Stone with Gamora and
Mantis.
There you go. Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and Nebula. And then what's this one up in the corner?
Is that the reality one?
It could be the reality gem.
Hulk, Spider-Man, Black Panther,
War Machine, Hawkeye, and Winter Soldier.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. I wonder if they're going to segment it out into like separate battles, like just huge battles during those times.
Maybe, dude. This poster like makes me so freaking excited, dude.
With the Earth behind them.
Oh my god!
So they're not even going to be in. It's definitely going to be super cosmic, this battle. Oh, also at Thanos' feet we have his pals, his friends,
the Black Order.
That's right, sir. So it's exciting. I really wish they would release that trailer. I mean, that'd be really awesome to see, but I don't think we're going to get it.
Yeah, dude.
At least anytime soon. Their big thing was they haven't fine-tuned it yet. They showed it just to show it there as like a sizzle reel type thing. And it might even be like the Rogue One trailer where it was a bunch of things like they really didn't even want to show or they were going to cut. They haven't fully edited it out yet. So, of course they have freaking all the time in the world. They have like another 6 or 8 months or something like that, so they can still go in there and fine tune a bunch of things. They have almost a year. If it comes out in May, then they have like 10 months. It's dumb.
Yeah, it's a long time coming. Long time coming. But dude, I'm excited for it, man. Like that poster is just it's really good, really really good. And it gets me super super excited just to see everybody on one page getting ready to start this thing. Like, damn, it's freaking good.
Yep.
Well, cool, man. Let's move along.
All right. So next thing is the Jedi images, man.
Star Wars.
So the Last Jedi soon to be coming out in the next few months. Man, a few months away, dude. Can you believe it? Some images kind of leaked. Not really leaked. It's just that they pulled them out just a little bit sooner than they wanted to. Some promo images of Luke and Finn and Kylo and Captain Phasma, but then they also released these 2 images, one of Snoke and then one of Luke in kind of like a new outfit. Now, I didn't see the one of Luke because they ended up pulling him down right away, but I did get to see the image of Snoke, man, and I showed that to you. What'd you think?
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, man, like the image of him is all too real. Like it just not legitimizes him, but it makes him like feel more of like a character, instead of like a holographic image. It is the actual him, bright blue eyes, real pale skin, super scarred. Yeah, so you get to see like he's really like damaged, battle damaged.
Yeah.
It seems, but it was from a long time ago. It seems like. So who knows? Who is he really?
Yeah, dude, I think that's exactly right. It makes it feel real. Like, it makes him feel real. And where before, like, it was just like kind of this ominous presence that was just sitting on a chair, like floating above everybody else. This really humanizes him. You know, and I don't know, not to say that he's human necessarily, but it just brings him into reality. And I love it, man. That was cool. Like, I don't think it spoils everything. I think even if you see the leaked image, that's not that bad. I mean, it's just going to be who the character is.
Yeah.
And dude, it's freaking cool, man. Like, it's really good.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. I'm really excited for this thing to finally come out, dude, because all the stuff coming out for it, like all the leak stuff, and I mean everything for it. Like, even all those posters, it looks really, really cool.
Right on, man.
It's just a few months away, dude.
I know.
God, so close.
So close we can taste it.
4 months. 4 more months. I don't know what I can do to pass the time for 4 months, but it's going to happen.
I don't know, man.
Gotta happen.
Is this something that we would go see IMAX in, or is this kind of just like regular, like 2D or 3D? What'd you do?
I kind of want to do what I did with Force Awakens, man. Force Awakens, I think I watched in just about every single format available.
Really?
Yeah. I watched the movie 4 times, and I tried to do it. I did it once in just regular 2D, plain Jane 2D. I watched it in IMAX. Mm-hmm. I then watched it in 3D, laser projection 3D, and then 2D 3D. Sorry, 2D 3D. Stupid. 2D laser projection. Too many formats to keep track of. But yeah, I watched it at a bunch of different theaters to try to get it all, like, get the full experience of everything. Yeah, dude, I might do the same thing with this.
Right on.
I should have done the same thing with Rogue One, because it's quickly becoming my favorite Star Wars movie of all time.
That movie just gets me every time.
Yeah, man.
It's just so it's really an emotionally charged, like, war film.
Yep.
And it just, damn it, it's just so
every
good.
time Chirrut starts walking out there, with the Force is with me.
Yeah.
I start crying, like, even at that point, before anything has happened.
Dude, that's just too good, man.
Now I'm going to be crying the rest of this episode just thinking about it.
Sorry, man.
Let's move on to Stranger Things.
Well, we don't have much more to go, but we're going to roll it out quick. Okay, so Stranger Things. They interviewed the Duffer Brothers about the future of the Stranger Things verse. They really want to keep true to story. They don't want to do like other shows and other large events have done and really drag it out.
Yeah.
They feel like they have a story in mind, and yes, they want to keep telling the story, and they want us to really enjoy the ride with them, but they feel like they have a plan in place, and they're not going to be ones to linger. So what does that mean for the future of the Stranger Things? Maybe it has another season. Maybe it has another 2 seasons. But they want to make sure that they keep it fresh and they don't linger too long.
Yeah.
Which is awesome, because that's exactly what we don't want. Like, I feel like Breaking Bad stuck around for the exact amount of time that story needed to take its arc and then finish. Yeah. And then that just be it. And
there's some people that will say that it could have been a season shorter. You know, like, depending on who you talk to. Because there's a lot of people that were like, yeah, it was perfect, didn't need to be any longer. There's others that will say, like, no, it should have been a whole season shorter. I think there's so many shows that kind of do that, like, where it's more of like, okay, you've run your course, here's your last season, and all of a sudden they come up with this spectacular season, and you all of a sudden want more. Yeah. But it's because they're trying to wrap stuff up, and the story starts to move along finally. Yeah. And I really hope 2 things. I really hope, one, they stick to that. Like, one, that they, don't get caught up with stuff. Hopefully they'll have other ideas to do other things, because I'd be so down to watch something else that they would come up with. But yeah, hopefully they stick to that. Hopefully they stick to the fact that, hey, this is a story we want to tell. This is where we want these characters to go and end up. And by the time it's done and over and said with, like, this is it. This was their story. And like, the last thing I really hope is that Netflix allows them to do that, because there's also so many times where it's like, okay, certain creators want to do this with an arc and want to complete something and want to just make something really good that's, only a certain length or only a certain amount of things, and then only for the parent company to take it away from them. Yeah. To be like, oh, you know what? You're not going to get that. It's being pulled, like, or somebody else is going to take over because we want it to continue because it's making a lot of money for us. Yeah. So I really hope that's not the case. And I really hope all of this pans out to go the right way with it, because damn it, that would be amazing.
Yeah. This quickly became one of the flagship series that Netflix has and has drawn a lot of viewers to it.
Dude, for sure.
So I feel like if they let Adam Sandler do Ridiculous Six and those other stupid-ass movies that he does, they're going to let Stranger Things do what they want to do and finish out the story that they want to.
I really hope so. Because that would be freaking amazing, man.
Yeah.
Really, really awesome. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, man.
Because I know one of the other ones on Netflix, I know it's outside of our wheelhouse, but House of Cards.
Oh, yeah.
I like the show a lot. I haven't even watched the newest season, though, but it's because the last couple of seasons have had a lot of points where it just kind of dragged along. So I'm going to get back to watching it. Outside of our wheelhouse, I know, but I just want to mention it as kind of a comparison, like that one is as good as it is. I think it should have had a definitive ending already, and it still is being dragged out. So we'll see what happens, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move along, man.
Yes, sir.
What was that?
I don't know, man. I got a song in my heart, and I want to share it with the world. Yeah, man. So we kind of touched on this a couple times in the last couple weeks, but Ridley Scott and his Alien Universe, and what's happening next. So, because Covenant didn't do so well, maybe because David, wanted everybody to play his flute, and nobody was into it. I don't know. I
mean,
who knows? But basically, because it hasn't done what the studios thought it was going to do, they're kind of pumping the brakes on what could have happened, or what the next sequels for Alien should have been. There's a couple plans that are out there. Ridley Scott said he had 2 or 3 more sequels in him. But he also said he wants to be in the Alien movie making business, and he wants to be in the Blade Runner movie making business. So he has a few plans out there. But man, he's like pushing 80. How much more story do you got in you, man? And then how long are you really going to be you're going to be able to pull these out,
Yeah.
So, but the next sequels that he says that he wants to do are like really tying both Prometheus and Covenant together. Man, I can't remember what that movie was going to be. I don't know. Do you remember what
it was like a side movie, right? It was supposed to be like a basically what happened before, basically a prequel to Covenant. So I don't know, man. I have no idea. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what he was doing, and that's might be why they're saying and kind of starting to drop hints of, hey, maybe this won't happen. I really I enjoyed Covenant. It wasn't the greatest thing, but I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was enjoyable, and I would have loved to have seen more from that universe. But I mean, if it doesn't happen at the same time, I'm not heartbroken about it.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool to see that in between.
Yeah.
Not just cool. I think it'd be really, really nice to see that, but at the same time, if it doesn't happen, I'm okay. Yeah,
because I think he said the other sequels, one was supposed to be a prequel to Covenant, where what happens at the in between, what's going on with
David
and Naomi Rapace, before they get to the world,
right?
And then the next one was going to be a sequel to Covenant where the engineers come back to their world and find it decimated.
Right.
And then wrapping up that storyline. So, I mean, interesting ideas, but interesting enough to be full-fledged movies that are probably going to be 2 or 3 hours long.
And maybe that's the key, is something more like Thor, where, hey, you don't necessarily need to do a 2-hour movie to just do a simple story. Just do the story and then be done with it. And maybe it'd even cost less money to make, and maybe there'd be more opportunity for them to put some out like this and make more money for them overall. So I don't know, man. It's cool. Whatever they want to do, I'm totally fine with.
Really, you do what you do, man. You had a great idea. You make beautiful movies ish. I'm not going to say that they're ugly shot, because they really do look fantastic.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, but
maybe that's why I like them so much too, man.
Maybe because you're so forgiving of the story because they look so damn good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not everything is like that, but some things
that's right.
Some things do hit that point.
Substance over style, John. Come on.
Well, I mean, you can have both.
Yeah.
When you have neither.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. I mean,
speaking of neither, DC possibly rebooting the Batman series.
I really didn't want to say it. I wanted to say it, but I was like, no,
dude. I'm
not going to.
You softballed it up there, man. I got to knock it out of the park when you do things like that. So, DC's having a good run right now with Wonder Woman. Justice League, I think the trailer looks good. People say nay. But
you know what? It's very, very split.
Yeah.
I thought there'd be a lot more one way or the other, but it really seems like very much down the middle. There's people who love the trailer, and then I think that's equal to people who hate the trailer.
Yeah.
And then I think that's then compared to like people that are, it's an okay trailer and it's on the good side, or it's okay but it's on the bad side,
Yeah.
Like, and I think all those quadrants, like all 4 of those spots, like I think are so evenly split. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, the next Batman movie that's going to be coming out, of course, Ben Affleck said it. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. I'm Batman. I'm going to play Batman. But, he's been so kind of wishy-washy lately with the entire series. First being the director of the Batman, now only playing Batman. Some people hearing some rumblings of him not wanting to play Batman anymore, so who knows?
Yeah.
So the Flash movie is actually going to be Flashpoint. Do you know anything about Flashpoint, John?
I know a little bit about Flashpoint.
Yeah, and probably the thing that sticks out the most is like the alternate universe that it basically makes for DC.
Yeah.
And how it shakes up a whole bunch.
Yeah.
So in the Flashpoint series, or in the arc, essentially the biggest, there's several big points. The Atlanteans and the Amazonians are in a battle. I think because Wonder Woman and Aquaman start going at it, so Wonder Woman kills Aquaman's queen, and they start going at it or something.
Yeah.
We also have Bruce Wayne's family, the Waynes, Martha, and I forget Bruce Wayne's dad's name.
Thomas
Wayne. Yeah, you're right. Bruce ends up getting killed instead of his parents, and so Thomas Wayne becomes Batman. Who's like a red-eyed Batman that has a bunch of guns. So not so much different from
kills
this
everybody.
Batman. And then his mom actually goes insane and becomes the Joker. Those are like, and then the government has captured Superman and has kept him under like red heat lamps his entirety of his life. So he's just kind of like withered away. He's kind of like a small person.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So, but it'd be an interesting concept. But it seems like it's, again, too quick to do all these like large ideas about the universe. I felt it was too quick for them to do Doomsday and BVS. I mean, it's awesome, but if they would have built up to it more, I think I would have been more into it. But just starting off the series again and then jumping right into that, I don't know.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy though, and part of it though is that they've done this a lot recently. Like every single medium that they've put out movies in, they've done it. Because they did it in the animated movie recently called Flashpoint. They did it on the Flash TV show. They had a version of Flashpoint. They don't have all the big name characters in there. So, no Batman, no Superman, but they did it with the characters that they have and they own in that property on the TV show. They did a version of Flashpoint. And then to go ahead and do it again in the movie, like, it just seems kind of like overkill, man. Like, even, it makes me unexcited for the movie. Like, I don't even if this one is going to have the big characters and it's going to be live action, both of the things that I would want to see, I don't even care, man. Like, I've seen the versions of it already a couple of times, and I don't really, whatever,
Yeah.
Like, at this point, it's okay.
Like, meh.
Yeah. Like, I'll go watch it probably because I want to talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
But that would be the only reason that I would want to go watch it. Like, that's it. I wouldn't be excited for that at all. Unless I'm proven wrong and trailers start coming out and it's great and it looks amazing and it's funny and it's got the visuals and, it holds up to good quality movie making, then maybe. But as of right now, like, just because it's called Flashpoint doesn't make me want to go and watch it. Which I think is their hope, is by them saying like, oh, it's going to be Flashpoint. Like, everyone then would be like, oh, yes, that's amazing. I'm going to go watch it no matter what. And I don't know. I just don't feel like that's what people are excited about right now.
No, you're right, man. I think you're on point.
On Flashpoint.
Damn, you did it. Good job.
I got one.
Well, I think we should wrap it up with some good news. Because we've been really knee-deep in Westeros right now with Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Sticking with the Western theme, Westworld also released their trailer. Bam.
Yeah.
Did it. Did you see the trailer by any chance?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like they're picking up right where they left off, still in the world, and recovering from, like, if you haven't seen Westworld, this is a super spoiler.
This is very, very spoiler.
They're still in the world, recovering from all, like, everybody pretty much coming and realizing life, and just they start taking out everybody. So you see the Man in Black, William, right?
William,
yeah. Mm-hmm. It looks like he's still in the world, and he's fighting, and he's a little bloodied. They show like some quick scenes of the head madam running through kind of like the back part of Westworld in through like the other chambers and other world levels, but only like a quick snippet. But it looks like it's going to be primarily set still in the Western world.
Yeah.
So I thought they were going to show a little bit more, maybe Samurai World, maybe Future World. I don't know. But I don't know who knows. Like it's still super fresh, so who's to say? But I think exciting all the way around.
Yeah, dude, and I think it was taken from an original concept that there wasn't a whole lot of stuff on, and then they built on it and built on it and built on it. And I think now it's at a point where they could really do other things rather than stuff that has been laid out in the past, you know? So, and I mean, to really do an original thing based off of something that just had a good idea overall, and if they expand on it the right way, that'll be really, really cool. I mean, it seems like from the preview, from the trailer, it looks like they're still just trying to fight for control. Yeah. Like they're still trying to figure it out. They're still trying to birth the new world, almost is what it seems like, because of the things that happened in the first one. You know, where do you draw the line? Where does humanity become humanity? Where does something become alive? Where does something cross the steps into being able to think and be on its own? And where does it get the freedom to then do that? Yeah. And dude, it just explores so many different things on that. And I think it'll be cool. Like, I think it'll be really awesome. Hopefully they hit it the right way. I have a lot of confidence in HBO right now. Like, they just make some good quality stuff. And it doesn't seem like they're missing a whole lot on anything. Granted, I haven't watched everything that's on HBO, but I think every single property that I know of on HBO, that I know of somebody that watches it, they like it. Yeah. You know, it doesn't matter what type or what genre it is. Like, you talk about an HBO show and you mention it, and somebody who's watching an HBO show, it's never a comment of like, oh, I watched a couple of episodes, it was okay, and then I dropped it. It's always like, I like this type of show, and this one was amazing. On HBO.
They've been doing some great job, great work, especially with stuff that's out of our wheelhouse, like Girls. Yeah.
Everybody loves.
Yeah.
Do you watch that?
I did.
Liked it?
Beginning to end. It was just a crazy show.
Dude. Silicon Valley, which we both love.
Valley, amazing. I really do like Out of Our Wheelhouse, of course. Last Weekend Tonight with but that's just like news satire, basically.
But I mean,
it's so funny,
like, real good. Well done, and they give him enough freedom to do his thing, and then he puts out quality stuff. And, yep. You know, one of the other things is I believe you've watched this. I just started it and haven't really got into it too much yet because I've been watching other stuff. But I really want to finish this series. Is Night Of?
Oh, damn it, man! That is so freaking good.
You see, that's the kind of genuine reaction I was looking for, because that's what everybody says about HBO shows.
Man. Oh, and then another one that I even told you, but you didn't watch. I don't know if you watch Newsroom.
No, not yet.
Yeah, that one is really good.
Yeah, it's taken me a while. I've been thinking about it, letting it marinate, because I know the people that are in there. So
I know. Okay, there's one person you really don't like, but she's not even like a major character.
Okay, so that gives me more hope.
Okay,
and maybe someday I'll move into that. But first Night Of.
Should. Finish watching The Night Of, because what's his name? There's two big characters that are in there. I'll let you watch it. You figure it out. Okay. But it's a really great show. It's a really great show.
Anyway,
man, dude, it's been a long week for both of us.
Yes,
it's been a really, really long day. We're out. We're done.
Had a super long episode last time, so apologies for that, quite honestly, because even cutting it down, I was trying to get it as short as possible, and an hour and 50 minutes was as best as I could do. So if you listen through all of that, I sincerely thank you, because we're just putting stuff out into the world, and I don't know if anybody's actually
we're screaming out into the universe. Hopefully it falls into somebody's ear holes.
Somebody.
Yeah.
We love your ear holes. Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
We appreciate them, and We want to be your earbuds, so please enjoy the words that are coming out of our mouths into your lives. So thank you so much.
If you want to talk with us, if you want to converse with us, if you want to be able to join this conversation, not just listening to us, but actually let us know what you think and let us know the things that you're excited for. Let us know the things you don't like or things that you think we should be interested in that maybe you haven't heard us talk about. Please tweet at us, send us a Facebook message, post on our SoundCloud page. Check out our YouTube channel. All of it is at Kenobi's Corner. Usernames for us is Kenobi's Corner, all one word. Otherwise, you can search for Kenobi's Corner, and you should be able to find us on every single one of those platforms as that username.
Right on. Well, until then, until we speak and you listen, and please enjoy yourselves and each other.